In this episode, I'm going to tackle Chichester State Forest, going from all the way down south to the north to Barrington Tops, with a good mate of mine, Lewis, in his Dmax and myself in my Amarok. Last time I did this, it took several days and a lot of work with the chainsaw. There's been a lot of rain and that was 4 years ago, so let's see what we got ourselves into this time. Lead the way, oh fearless one. I didn't really say this before, but Lewis is one of my really good mates. We've known each other for quite a few years now, since pre-COVID obviously. We met through a common friend of ours, Nick, who you probably saw in my last video. As soon as we sort of hung out with Nick, things just went crazy and we had the ultimate bromance. Anyway, we used to like kick off and head out bush with just a moment's notice. We'd call each other on a Friday and be like, "Oi, let's go out!" And we'd go out places here like Barrington, Redhead Beach, or even out like Sunny Corner Way. And we just had a lot of fun. So it's really good to be able to head out with Lewis again. He gave us a call literally at like 8:30 last night, being like, "Hey mate, work's cancelled. What are you up to for the next 3 days?" So, sure enough, we just hit the road. Very last minute decision. I had a builder cancel 3 days work on me at the end of the week. And Josh is always good for it. I remember when I used to be at TAFE, I'd ring him at lunchtime on a Friday and say, "Oi, weather's good, let's go." So it was a bit of the spur of the moment. That's why the weather's not so sort of red hot. But we've got the dogs loaded up, got a fridge full of beers, a couple of chainsaws. We'll see what sort of fun we can get up to. So a big thing when you're traveling in state forests is the active forestry roads a lot of the time. So that's why the roads on the main tracks are generally pretty good, because there's log trucks coming up and down. They keep them in pretty good shape. So personally, I run 2 in-car 2-ways, and I'll always keep one of them on the forestry channel, which for this one, it's signposted. For this one, it's channel 24. And then the other one, I'll run our channel. And I also run a handheld, so if I ever need to get out of the car, I can always have comms with the other driver. We've just pulled into Coachwood Campground. This is probably, I reckon, the best spot to camp in this side of Chichester. Lewis hasn't been here before, so I'm just showing him what it's like. This is the El Supremo part of Coachwood though. You get your own private beach, camping there, and there's even a little rope swing behind us. And as you'll see, the girl's been running through there. There's this gorgeous little walk and some more swimming holes just through that bush. We'll go check it out. I'd piss my pants if I was like camping next to that river rapids. What's going on here?
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there.
Oh, what's this? You got a beer?
Yeah.
Oh. Thanks. Nice stubby cooler too. Where'd you get that?
Oh, I don't know. Some guy gave it.
Some guy gave it to you, yeah, what do you know? Come on.
Your car. No, not that car.
Go on. Man, if it was 15 degrees hotter, I'd be hard pressed to leave here next week.
Oh, you reckon?
It's pretty epic.
Yeah, it's nice down here.
That was pretty special. Where to next? Fearless leader. We're on our way to do the track actually, so we'll get back up to the main road and continue to head north. Beautiful.
3 o'clock now. What are the chances of getting into camp before dark?
I didn't know that was ever a possibility.
Good to hear.
Concerns me how I have that reputation. Yeah, so right just here.
Down the road labelled Problem Creek.
Nah, surely not.
Check the sign out.
Shit.
See what happens, eh?
Your chainsaw first, that's what I reckon.
That was fast.
We've just pulled up at the turn off to where Josh reckons the track is, and the road is called Problem Creek. Can't wait.
You got much barrel? Yeah, heaps. Now let's head back and up.
Okay.
We've just gone up the main roads only to find that it's closed because they're logging. However, I did last time go around another track, and this is it here. It's really grown over. Lewis just checked it out with me. They do look like they're 4-year-old trees, so we'll try and find another way. Is there somewhere you can turn, or?
I'll spin around just next to you, so you turn around first.
Normally I'd be blaming the Josh shortcut for this turnaround detour, but today it's actually State Forest fault. They've they've done a heap of work on the roads, but they haven't done that specific track, which it happens. Tracks come and go in these state forests like all the time. They get destroyed, no one can drive them, they get overgrown. It's just how it works. And then some of them are like this, gravel road.
So I've just gone back to the main road down a bit and done a switch back onto this dinky little goat track. I'll show you what it's like. Did this goat track about 5 years ago, and it was so bad that we got stuck down the bottom of this hill because someone had parked up on the other side. The sun was going down. It wasn't pretty at all. Yeah, let's see how we go this time.
This is a bit more like it, pointing our noses down a trail that might go somewhere, and it's 4 o'clock. What have we got, 3.5, 4 hours till it's fully dark?
Oh no, this is feeling way too familiar. Maybe we should turn back.
I don't reckon we can, it's that tight.
Yeah, this is seriously tight. I'm pretty sure this is going to add to my already custom pinstripe job.
What? My ute was brand new when I drove it in here.
So as you can see, Lewis and I have taken this little track to get around the part that's closed for logging, and it is a tight track, but we just got to this spot where we can actually open the doors, and it's really beautiful. GoPro over the edge so you can have a look at it. Yeah, I'll try. What do you think?
Nice.
Pretty spot, eh? Yeah, we're gonna have to cross at some point up there. Yeah.
It'd be a nice campground if it was a bit bigger.
Yeah, and there weren't 1,000 leeches.
Custom paint job. Sounds really good.
We have just made it through the tightest track, I think, in all of Chichester State Forest. I've definitely got a brand new pinstripe down the side of my car that's taken the clear coat off at least.
Custom paint job.
Yeah, custom. So believe it or not, this is where I got stuck and camped a couple years ago, right where I'm standing. Fire, there was a car stuck on the other side of this creek, which I'm going to show you. It was a horrendous night, and it was as miserable as it is today, if not a little worse. So behind me, Lewis doesn't believe me, he reckons it's a freshly graded road, but this is a ginormous hill that I've seen people on YouTube climb, and it is insane. Here's that little creek I promised you. Pretty gorgeous, I'm loving it. Good little spot.
The 30,000 kilometre old all-terrains are struggling in the mud, unfortunately. Josh's brand new muddies didn't have a problem, but I seem to be stuck.
Yep, you're good to go.
Taking tension. Fucking hell.
Sloppy.
So you're telling me at no point then should you have had drive to the front?
Yeah, I think that CV might have finally shit itself. The splines in that hub, I reckon, are fucked.
Yeah.
Because it should have had drive then.
Yeah, that whole time, zero drive.
This will be fun.
This, look, if what I've shown you doesn't give you an idea of how tight the track is, this should. This is just ridiculous.
So it looks like at some point in the last, on the track, I've done a CV. One of my CVs was dodgy from the Cape, and I just haven't got around to fixing it 6 months later. Looks like the splines might have finally let go, so I've got no front drive and we're going up a steep muddy hill and there's a big bog hole in front of us. So what we've done is we've just run the winch rope out long. Josh is just out of it, so I should be able to get myself into the bog hole and then winch myself straight out. And then from there we're just gonna have to play it by ear, but this could turn into quite a long afternoon, unfortunately.
Lewis is just sliding back. How does this always happen to us? So we've just done a heap more winching. Probably the last 45 to an hour of winching. And it's just taken forever, and this is a decent hill climb. So it's just been like resetting the winch, constantly getting up. We're going to try pulling them up with a tow strap. Fingers crossed that works. Let me know when this starts to take tension.
Yeah, there you are.
Then we're coming to a hill. The corner. This is the opening.
I have some traction at the moment.
Slow up.
Stop here for a moment.
Yep, sweet.
Do you want to come up and let's have a look at this map and work out a game plan?
Yep, traveling.
Oh, we're up the first bit of it, and hopefully there's not too much more climbing to go, but that was a success. What do you reckon, Mill Dog? Pretty good?
Well, I think this answers our plans.
I will push on that way. Have a look at it today, reassess tomorrow.
That's it. I wouldn't mind getting some Sky, so I've got Starlink and I can tell Emily or print orders for her.
Yeah.
Australia needs its confetti. What will they do without it?
Yeah, I reckon keep pushing that way.
Yep, keen.
Let's try and find somewhere where it opens up. It's not quite so
Feral.
filled.
At least there's no leeches again.
Well said. Now they're going to be everywhere.
Spoke too soon. You guys haven't seen this, but we've got a solid size obstacle in front of us. We've given in on that track. There was another route to go up and out over the hill, but with Lewis in two-wheel drive, I don't think that's a wise option. So we're going to take this stinky little goat track back up to the main road, maybe just camp up at one of the main campsites. It's not what we wanted, it's not what we planned, but that's how plans go.
So even though I have only got two-wheel drive, I'm still in low range, and I'm just trying to stay off the brakes as much as I can while I go down this nasty little hill that we just had to come up, because the engine will actually hold you and let you go down gently. Wow. And the engine braking takes you down the hill. So that's what I'm relying on now. My foot's completely off the brake.
This is how tight this track is. It's just out of control tight. Oh, I've just done a mirror.
So what's going on here?
Volkswagen mirrors don't hinge, they pivot. And when the tree hits them at the wrong angle, they snap.
And they stick out what? Just over a wrist. We'll just go and have a look at the Clearviews. Oh look, they're actually in motion now. Look at that. In. Oh, look at that. Whole forearm. But it just, oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. As if we're finally out of there and back where we started.
Yeah, no, we have made zero progress and it's taken us, what, 4 hours?
Yeah, fucking hell. Look, it was fun. I just wish I knew my car didn't have full drive or didn't do that CV halfway down.
Yeah, and I wish I did snap a mirror, but hey.
Oh well, it's still light out and those campgrounds are pretty close by, so why don't we hairtail it down there and start getting some dinner on.
That sounds like an amazing idea. We should stack some plywood while we're at it too.
See what we can find on the side of the trail.
Okay, we've pulled back into Coachwood after a severely unsuccessful mission. We did get some firewood, which is good, which otherwise without it, it'd be pretty fucking miserable.
The rain's not too bad though. It's not. I don't actually think it's raining. It's more just coming off all the tops of the trees.
Yeah, it's a bit of a drizzle, and we're just, yeah, as you said, drops. So yeah, we'll set up camp, make a fire, and crack out some burritos with any luck. It's day 2. Last night's camp was amazing. There were thousands of frogs around. It was incredible. You couldn't walk 2 meters without seeing a frog. I'll show you some footage now. It'll be pitch black, but they're really cool. Crickets were a bit out of control. That's a known thing down here, but I think it was definitely the frogs, wasn't it?
It's like an orchestra in Sydney Opera House. It was crazy.
Yeah, so loud, and they were everywhere.
We were worried about going to bed with all the noise, but I think as soon as our heads hit the pillows, there was no more noise.
Yeah, we were so exhausted from all that winching up and down the hills last night. It was, yeah, it was just good to hit the sack. So we made up some burritos. Threw in the pie oven now, so we'll probably have them just before we roll out.
Got all the recovery gear packed up that we didn't quite want to pack away yesterday on the tracks because it was filthy and covered in mud. So I wrapped my winch rope around my aerial, which don't do.
You wrapped your winch rope around the aerial. You did that.
One of the 3 times because it came off halfway down the track from one of the trees. Don't put your winch hook on your aerial. destroys them. But I already did
Gets
that
rid
in
of all the
Cape
paint.
York.
We had one hell of an afternoon yesterday. It was not fun. We ended up going down a few dinky goat tracks because the main road was closed due to logging. Then we took my other alternative route, which there was meant to be a washout, but the track was so overgrown we couldn't get through. After that, we tried another route which went down a track I've been down before, and you're meant to be able to get back up and out, but something happened with Lewis's car.
It's not a four-wheel drive anymore, unfortunately.
So we think the splines on your CV went, and it's just spinning freely in the front.
Broke it in Cape York and forgot about it for 9 months. And yeah, unfortunately, today's the day.
So we ended up winching up probably 100 meters of track in the wet, in the rain, leeches everywhere. It wasn't fun.
Nah, not particularly.
At
least I have my winch rope runner.
Yeah, yeah, I was the one running back and forth non-stop with the winch. That wasn't fun. Yet at the end of the day, Lewis had the height to turn around and say that he was the one that was exhausted. Yeah.
Oh well.
So what we ended up doing, we got a snatch, and did we put the extension on it?
No.
Not just a bridle. So we just put the snatch strap and the bridle once we were able to winch him up to where I was, which was semi-flat ground. We attached two cars together and just sort of pulled him through, and there are a few sketchy corners. But
well driven by the both of us.
Yes, indeed. So we ended up turning around because we got to a rather large tree, and came back, and we are where we started now. So mission failure.
Yeah. But we'll push on. Can't go any further through Chichester because of the logging roads. So we're going to turn around and hightail it out of here and head up to Brokeback Mountain.
And it's a great spot, killer view, overlooking the Hunter Valley. If we're lucky, we'll be able to hit up a winery or a pub. Should be good. Let's hit the road.
Let's do it.
Good girls, come on. Lewis's CV and hub issues have continued. We've been driving along. He said, what'd you say? It felt like a shuddering? Yeah, it felt like a shuddering. So we pulled over, jacked it up, and his wheel and the bearing have some real play in them. So we're going to see if we can work out how to tighten it all up and make it working again. At which point we might need to go to a local town, wait till tomorrow during hours where we can tow it to a mechanic, or see what we can do.
A couple that look a bit.
Yeah,
not
I reckon
great.
I'll be able to punch him out. You can feel the barrel.
Right, moment of truth. We just finished filing. Look at that! Good old file did it. You want to grab my serve clip? I'll get them. Serve clip pliers. They're already out. I just feel so gay in front of you. I felt less gay in front of Nick. Yeah, probably.
Trying to use mine that's not a crusting roads.
No, crossing road is good.
I'd piss my pants if I was like camping next to that river rapids.
Place is Frog Central. They're genuinely everywhere. It's incredible. So have a look at this little buddy that I've just found on my tyres.
Back. I can't. If I go any further back, I'll be sitting off the chair.
How the fuck did Nick screw it up? So half of what Nick did, he was just silent. I don't know how, but he He managed to record about 3/4 of the shit in his car with no audio.
The other shit's alright, this is fucking weird. This feels like I'm in a porn.
Oi, shall we do the docking?
This is how it starts.
Maybe I am gay.
It's completely rooted. I think, but I'm just a plumber.
Oh, I can only call you the O Fearless one because I can't call you Adolf on camera.
I'd stay here if it weren't for the 10,000 leeches. No, there's fucking leeches, hold on. 1,000 leeches. At least there's no leeches again.
Fucking hell. Maybe my car braking's karma for not trying to chase more work and taking days off in February. Who knows?
We'll have a great time either way. Rain, hail or shine, it'll be good. Hopefully our cars will stay intact.
Call from GPS.
Waiting.